Welcome to The Lovely Mess, a podcast where we dive into real life experiences, emotional struggles, and inspiring journeys. Produced by Chad's Media and Front Porch News and hosted by yours truly. I'll see you in The Lovely Mess. Hello, everyone. And we are back with The Lovely Mess. This is episode 7, and I'm personally trying to book these without so much time in between. Now that, school's back in, I kind of can do a little bit of a better schedule. So we're back sooner than I have been, and I'm happy about that. And I'm really happy because one of my very, very oldest friends, Heather Salvarino, is with us today. She's got a very inspiring story that we want to talk about. She has also just published her first book, Macy Doesn't Miss a Thing, which is absolutely adorable. Love the illustration.
Thank
kills
you.
me on the front. Of course, I'm a golden retriever grandmother.
Yes.
So that I love that very much. But I'm really thankful that you wanted to come and
Thank
talk
you so
about what's been
much.
going on with you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I
I'm
am
excited
too.
to put this out there.
I am too.
And you meant oldest, like
Long time.
We've been longtime friends. Not
long time.
oldest, like
That's right.
I'm almost
because
really old.
we're not, right?
No, we're not.
Even though the mirror tells me
Sometimes,
different sometimes, but
I don't see
Hey,
wrinkles anymore, so I'm good.
hey, there's always
I don't
a
see
bright side,
any wrinkles
right?
on anybody, so everybody's nice and airbrushed. And,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a huge
Yes,
bright side.
yes.
And everybody, of course, if you're local and probably surrounding, are going to know Heather from Plain and Fancy.
Definitely.
Her and her mom have had Plain and Fancy, and you've been running that for, my gosh, how many years?
28.
28 years.
March was 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Over half my life
Yes.
in that building.
Yeah, wow. And how many restaurants actually could say that they have been up and running that long? Like that's probably kind of rare, right?
Maybe Juan Pablo's.
Yeah.
Local.
Yeah.
El Charro, back and forth.
Yes.
I think. But I remember when we started, it was 97, we were the only restaurant downtown.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of remember that too.
Yeah.
Well, because there just wasn't a whole lot down there.
No, there were a lot of empty buildings and a lot of offices, not many boutiques.
Yeah.
I don't even remember a boutique at first.
Yeah.
But there was, where Everything Unique was like an interior, like fabric store.
Yes, that's right.
And it was a lot of offices. Because
Wow, you forget about
attorneys-
that.
Yeah, the DA's office was down there.
What year did they do the big renovation down there? Like that was still the old square with the brick
Yeah,
roads.
the trees in the middle, the parking was in
Yes.
the middle.
Yes.
Remember, and it was one way when we learned how to drive.
Yes, it was. And how
then-
confused we
Would
were
that
when they
have
changed
been
it.
2012, maybe?
Okay.
Because I know that it's been that way a while. May have been earlier than that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And
But,
the
yeah.
fact that you and your mom get to do it together. I know
Yes.
how close y'all are,
Yeah.
and everybody in town loves y'all. And
Well, thank
obviously, Plain and Fancy's all of our favorite spot.
Thank you.
Can't ever go
We
wrong
love it.
with a good lunch.
We love the community of it, and it's been great because I can get off at 3:30. I could leave, pick up my kids. If I needed to go see my kids do something,
Yeah.
I was flexible
Yeah.
to do that, but still got to work
Yeah.
every day, and so I've loved it.
It's
Yeah.
been a good deal
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, well, so tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so I've been with Plain and Fancy. I'm a mom.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are grown, and I'm a grandmother, which is harder to say than you think.
Yeah.
Which that is hard to say sometimes.
Right.
And they're little, but so I thought I had my whole life planned out. It was going to be Plain and Fancy. I was going to buy my mom out. She was going to retire. That just was the plan the whole time. And then the Lord had other plans for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so in 21, really probably started in 20, the end of 2020, my eyes just were really gritty and burning, and my vision wasn't affected, but there was something wrong with my eyes. I went to a local eye doctor. They put me on it's allergies, put me on drops. And I went through that process several times. They actually came into Plain and Fancy and was like, "You're not doing your drops," because they were just stayed bloodshot. And I was like, "I promise I'm doing my drops. I swear." And they're like, "You need to come by. Let's just go over." So we went over my medical history, and I have Graves' disease.
Okay.
And my kids were little bitty, so 20 years ago almost.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed
I
with
kinda
Graves'
remember that,
disease.
yeah.
And I did the radioactive iodine. And that was a pill that you swallowed, but it was radiation, and it kind of melted your thyroid. And now they have figured out that if those antibodies and those proteins are not killed with that radiation, they have the possibility to move to your eyes. So I have thyroid eye disease. And the doctor figured that out. When I told him that I had Graves' disease and I had done the radiation, he was like, "You need to get
That
to
kinda linked
this,
all that.
a different doctor."
Yeah, okay.
And so they diagnosed me with thyroid eye disease. I did an orbital decompression where they went in through the side of my eyes and removed bones from the back of my skull. It basically was just all the pressure and all the tissue behind my eyes is swelling. And so they went in, removed bones, kind of shaved down here to try and make more room. And it was a horrible, like my eyes were
Oh.
stitched closed. I remember having drain tubes in my eyes. I would never want to do that again. I think at this point, if I'd have known what I know now, I don't know that I would have done it. It
Yeah.
was horrible.
It sounds bad.
But for about 6 months, it worked. And then I was driving down Broadway and a car came around me and I had not seen that car. So I knew that my peripheral vision was leaving. And so I went back to the doctor and there was nothing. After that surgery, there's nothing else to do. So the scar tissue is just overtaking all of the space that they made. So it essentially, now I have what's called optic atrophy.
Okay.
And it is essentially just strangling my optic nerves. So my vision is just closing in. I pray every day that I keep color. I love color. You can
Right.
tell by my books
Yep.
and by things I wear.
Right.
I just love color, and I want to keep color. And if it is dimming a little, and I just send messages to my little circle, and I'm like, just keep praying that I keep my color.
Right.
So now what I see, I don't have any peripheral vision. Looking across from this far, I can tell where you're sitting, and I can see your eyes because they're a little larger. People that have really small eyes, I can't even remember. It's probably been over a year since I've seen noses. The lips, I can see women that have on dark lipstick.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can make out that contrast. It's just learning a whole new way of life.
Yeah.
But it does make you aware of so much other stuff that, I mean, you and I have known each other a long time, and I've always felt like I was a strong person. I'm a strong personality, loud,
Definitely.
things like that. This, I feel like, is making me strong in a completely different way, in the quiet, observing. I hear people's tones. I even write about in the book, she can tell when her mom's coming into the room because of the way it smells with the lotion. And so I can tell, like I could tell it was you walking down the hall earlier by the way you walk, just because I know you so
Yeah.
well. I can normally tell when it's one of my kids, or I can tell when my grandkids are coming over, even though because they're so small, they're not in my direct line.
Yes.
So if I know that they're around, I'm always kind of got my head down, because I would be devastated if I fell on one of them.
Yeah, right.
But that has, I think, opened my eyes in a way that I never would have seen before.
Well, and you always hear about that, is that you really, when you have to rely on other senses, it just happens.
Yes.
Like it just,
It really
it's part of
does.
it. And you're thankful for it.
Yes, it is. It's not a myth. I don't believe, because as my vision has gotten worse, I hear better.
Yeah.
I hear inflections that I would not have gotten. People forget, obviously, and I don't like get upset about that.
Yeah.
It almost makes me feel good that they still think of me as
Just
the
Heather.
same person.
Yeah, just Heather that we've all
Yes.
known. Well, because the way you buzz around at Plain and Fancy,
So if
people
I
wouldn't
stay,
know,
I don't
right?
think so. And a lot of people think, not a lot, a few people think that it's fake, which I don't know anyone that would want
Fake?
to carry around
No
a cane.
kidding.
But Plain and Fancy, I've been there over half my life. So if I stay behind the counter and in the kitchen, our employees are amazing. And they've been there, most of them, for more than 5 years.
Right.
And
So through a lot of this.
Yes, through most of it.
Yeah.
And they have seen there are things that I cannot do anymore. And that is a hard pill to swallow. And so I don't work there full time. I answer the phones when I'm there. I write in a Sharpie. I can no longer see the point of sale system, like to put things in. So I have to get people to do that. And it's hard for me. Even someone an employee, it's hard to ask them to help me do that. Or when I see that they're really busy and I need to step in, but I physically cannot. It's hard.
It has to be. Well, and two, just for all of us that actually know you, that you've
Yeah.
always been so take charge, let's get it done, no
Let's just
questions,
move on.
and keep going.
Yeah.
So that has to be an adjustment.
I am very thankful, and I thank God all the time that this did not happen to me before. Like before my kids were out of school.
Right.
I wished it would have happened after I had a couple of grandkids. But to know that I was able to help with their senior stuff and watch
Absolutely.
them graduate and see them through
Yeah.
to their adult life, literally.
Yeah.
That has been a huge blessing for
Yes.
me.
And that alone is, and this is why, I really wanted this podcast, because this is the stuff that people don't think about.
Right.
We don't think about what a blessing it is. We have hard days with our kids where we're like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
But, really, and all that's totally normal, but you just don't think about what a gift it is.
Yes.
That, you're raising these kids and you're their
Yes.
person and so that's kind of an eye-opening situation.
Well, and I hear people, I've got to go pick my kids up from school. And I'm like, do you know what I would give
I know.
to be able to go pick up my nephew from school
Right.
or take my granddaughter to school? I mean, just
Exactly.
things like that.
Yeah.
I would. So yeah, people that take that for granted, I do try to remind them, and I think now I live my life more with joy
Yep.
and in the little things.
Yes.
And I try to remind others, not push it down your throat. I don't post on social media a lot, but I do want to remind people that there is so much to be thankful
That's
for.
right.
Even when you're going through things.
Yeah.
Even now, there is so much that I'm thankful for.
Yes. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And I try not to cram things that I think down people's throat either, but sometimes people do need to be reminded.
Yes,
I have a nickname from some people that's Captain Obvious, because I'm like, but doesn't somebody just need to say it
Yeah,
out loud just so
sometimes.
we all know we're on the same page? And of course, my family's like, no, I think we're all good. If you could not do that, that'd be great.
We know that,
Working
but-
on it. Got it. Well, so tell me about your family. How has this affected them? Like, how has it changed with Cody and the boys? And
So my boys are my boys. We've always been a super tight-knit family. Hunter went off to welding school, went to work for a while, worked all over the United States. And, he came home. He did it about 2 years. And then he came home and one Christmas and he said, I'm sick of living in hotels. And I was like, okay. We're not making you do this.
Yeah.
Feel free. And so he moved home and he's welding here in town.
Okay.
And then Stratton is married with 2 kids and
which still kills me.
I know.
I love that so much. I love both of the boys,
yes.
but that's awesome to see.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And to watch your child be a parent
pretty fulfilling.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so amazing in a way that I could never have. I don't even know that now I could put into words how incredible it is.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that.
He's a good dad. He's married to a wonderful mom, and I mean their little family, and they're as tight as we were. I mean, I just love it.
I love that
I
too.
love that I get to be a part of it and get to watch and be around
Yeah.
while they're
Absolutely. Well, and I think that's a testament. You know, I was thinking about this during something, I don't know, about having grown kids. You know, Paris is
Yeah.
grown, Mabry's still 14, and I thought to myself, you know how you beat yourself up about
little. Oh yeah.
pretty much everything,
Question everything
all the
yeah.
time. But I thought, okay, I'm looking at it like this. My kids love to be around me. Like Paris is we are best friends.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her, but even Mabry at 14, now she's got my exact personality, so we do like we go for
Yeah.
it. But I'm thinking, you know, I think it says a lot when your kids, they want to be around you. And just like with Stratton, kind of has his family, and it's kind of based off what he grew up with,
Yeah.
and it's wonderful. I mean, of all the million things that we've done wrong, I'm kind of getting to that point where because I am getting older, and I think, you know, yes, I've made a million mistakes in my life, probably not done making them, but
Same.
we've done a lot right.
Yes.
And I think when you can see your kids grown and like
Yes.
actually
I
being
completely
wonderful
agree.
people,
Yes.
I'm like, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up
No.
forever about it.
No.
I've done some good too.
I think you're completely 100% on.
I think that we should
Yeah.
look at it like that. I
Yes.
do. I mean, could
It
always be
is-
worse.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But I completely agree. And getting to see, well, like Paris, getting to see her be an adult with her, like her little circle and being successful, and it just is amazing.
It makes you feel, it's
yeah.
like a breath of fresh air of
It's
like,
like, oh,
okay,
I did that.
we've done this.
Yes, we did that.
We
And
as a team have done this.
Yes. And I believe wholeheartedly that this community is different. And I do believe that, like, you were part of Stratton's village.
Yeah.
I hope that I was part of Paris's village, like,
Yep.
because they're very close in age. And when I think about the moms that were like poured into my kids, you are definitely one of those moms, and that's very important. I think.
I
mean,
agree.
as much as their dads, but I think the moms of Sulphur Springs just have something a little bit more special.
I agree, and I do think it is special, and it is just the community alone.
Yeah.
You hear about it all the time. People say it, but you don't really. Sometimes you don't totally appreciate it until you're in a storm.
Exactly.
And then when the storm comes and the
And
people
they
start
rally.
showing up, it's pretty humbling, really,
It is.
and it feels really good to know you got
Yeah.
a whole squad that's ready to help and
Yes.
pick up the pieces, and
Just to have your back.
yeah,
Just, you know what? I can't fix it, but I can stand beside you.
that's right. Yes.
That just having that, and it not be your husband or your boyfriend, spouse, family, mom, dad, anybody.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
just people that care.
Yes, it's not just somebody you're related to. It's the community
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah.
And raising kids here is different.
It's been
And
good.
it's special.
It is.
Yeah.
It's been really good. Well, are you still driving?
Oh no.
Oh, you haven't. Okay.
No, I haven't driven since April of 21.
Okay.
So we live out College Street, and so I was coming to work, and
Wait, y'all moved to. I didn't even know y'all moved to
yeah,
town.
we moved to town.
Okay. Okay.
We built in Honeysuckle Creek Addition, like across from Rocky Ridge.
How did I miss that? Okay. Awesome.
It's my kids were really, we moved to town
Now,
after
I know.
graduation.
I know.
But yeah, that's what we did. But I was coming down College Street, and I was like, oh man, there was a trash can in the road. I wasn't going to hit the trash can, but as I got closer, it was a man in all black.
In the
Like,
middle of the road?
yeah, like walking towards me Well, I couldn't tell that he was walking, and I just thought it was a trash can that had blown over in the road. And so,
Well, that kind of would have been his fault if he got hit, right?
well, yeah, and that's what I told people. I was like, I wasn't going to hit the trash can anyways.
So that
but
was
when
good.
it moved onto the sidewalk, I thought, dang.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I got to the shop and I called Cody in tears and was like, I don't know how much longer I need to be doing this. And so that was kind of the day. I didn't even drive home. Stratton came and they picked me up and got my car and got it home. And so that was like April of probably 21, 22. I mean, it's been several years since I've driven. And I'm gonna be real honest. I miss being able to like run to Walmart or like I had to get somebody to bring me here today or pick me up. Like having those kind of schedules, I miss not having to do that. But being a passenger princess isn't horrible.
It's not terrible.
It isn't horrible.
Yeah, right.
And we're going to Houston in a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh darn,
Can't help you.
can't help you.
I'll be over here if you need me.
I'll be over here napping.
Yeah.
But so I try to find the positive in that too.
Yeah.
But I do miss just
Having a little freedom.
yes.
Yeah.
Like when I want to leave the shop or if I want to go in late, I have to go when either someone's leaving the house or when my mom's out running around and can pick me up. But I am then thankful that I have
That's right.
her and my sister and everybody that can help kind of get me places.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
it hasn't hindered my life that much. I do a lot of Walmart delivery now that we live in town.
Which is so nice.
Yes. I mean, it really is. And I think if people Walmart pick up, like, they're like, I can't believe you pay those fees. And I was like, but for people like me that can't drive, it's worth it. For my husband to not have to go buy groceries.
Yes.
Or go pick them up after I've ordered them. It's worth that.
It's just one
to me.
less thing
Yes.
that-
They just show up.
Because how has your like mental state with it been have you struggled with feeling like I'm putting all my stuff on everybody?
Yes.
I mean, I could feel
Yes.
that.
It was very hard. I still go to regular therapy.
Okay.
And my therapist will tell you I was not the most easiest client she's had, but I'm not the most forthcoming when it comes to emotions.
Yeah.
Especially things like that, and I did not want to ask for help.
Yeah.
I hated asking for a ride or for help.
Yeah.
In general, opening the mail and can't read it, and now it's been long enough now that I have a lot of tools, a lot of magnifiers. I know how to use my phone as a magnifier. I use Siri a lot. And so now I have a lot of those things, and so I do have a little bit more of my independence back. But as far as just I'm never really alone. Like,
Yeah.
and sometimes, like, I can be at home alone, but like I can remember just running to Target. Like just taking the afternoon for myself.
Exactly.
I can't. That's not even an option.
Right.
Or being able, like, my mom used to take my kids on Nana trips. I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
Just her and the boys and Kendra's kids too. But I'll never be able to do that. And so I have to come up with different ways. And that's a lot of what we work on in therapy now.
Yeah. Well, so the longer you've gone to therapy, has it gotten easier just to let it out?
Yes. And my therapist has gotten very,
Figured you out a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah. Knows how to get it out.
Yeah. She's like, okay, that last week I let you off the hook. So this week we're going to
Get in here.
We're going to get into it. And I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. But
when you leave there, do you feel
I
lighter?
always feel better.
I know. So I do too.
Yes, I always feel better. And we work things out. Like At first, I really have a hard time with pity. Like, I don't want people to pity
Yeah.
me. There's a difference where, oh, I hate that you're going through that versus pity
Yeah.
to me. Like, to me, someone pitying me makes me feel less than.
Yeah, I can
and
see
that's
that.
been one really hard thing is I don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
I've fought really hard to still be able to do the things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I want to keep that.
Yeah.
That strength and that I just don't want people's pity.
Yeah.
And that honestly, that's a lot of the reasons we go to some of the football games, the home football games.
Yes.
I can't see them, but my husband likes them. It's the atmosphere.
right.
We have great seats. We sit with Kendra and Slade and their boys. And so it's just the whole thing. Like, I'll go to my nephew's soccer games, or I can't. Now, there for a while, like last year, maybe a little before, they would wear bright colored socks, and I could kind of tell.
Okay.
Now it's dim, and I don't, they have to tell me when they're on the field,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh yay.
Yeah.
But
it's still
but I'm
that's what's
there.
good for you
Yes.
is to
Oh,
still
yeah.
live just like you always
Yes.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way that I could just sit at home.
Yeah.
That would not be good
No.
for anybody.
No.
And I don't think I think my husband too would be like, what are you, you've got to get out
We
of
got to
this
get out of
house."
here. Yes. Agree.
Yeah. So, and he has been probably the real MVP, because he puts up with, I mean, he takes me and picks me up, and I have nail appointments and hair appointments, and he just shows up.
Well, and have you two gotten closer through
Yes.
this? I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having grown kids anyways, because we started having kids so young.
Yeah.
So when we kind of all grew up together, and then now they're gone and we're grown. They don't need us all
Yeah.
the time. So we were getting closer, I think, through that. And then this hit, and yeah, it is a whole different
Well, what a
closeness.
blessing to have a husband that is really
Yes.
like, he knows, hey, this,
Yeah.
it's me and you. We can do
We're gonna do
this,
this.
and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And like that, I mean, I can remember talking to Lauren about, with all her back
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I mean, that's huge when you have a husband that,
Yes.
because this is not things that you think are going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Obstacles like this. So to have somebody that, I mean, that's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Very.
I'm very thankful. I probably don't tell him enough, but I'm telling you now. I'm
On
very
air.
on air that I'm very thankful.
Good
for
job,
you.
Cody.
He's just so laid back, and I tend, if I'm having one of those days, I can have a meltdown, and he's like, it's gonna be, we're gonna make it through this. Like, it's gonna be okay. Little things have hit, or it'll just be a slap in the face. Like, I could see something last week, and this week I can't.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
And
Hits you
he's
like
like,
a ton of bricks. Yeah.
it's okay. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And
Well, and that's always, I've loved that about y'all as a couple, because level 1000,
yeah,
always you have been. And then you got it. The other is very chill, very
Yes.
mellow. I think that's the key.
I think it's helped a lot.
I don't give a lot of relationship advice for reasons, but I'm thinking that's the key.
Yes.
That kind of seems like it
yeah.
works.
Yes. I remember when we got married, and people were even almost 30 years, 26 years in October.
Oh my gosh.
And so this month, 26 years. And
Wow.
people would say, this is never going to work. Like, this is never going to work. And I don't know if we did it to spite them
Right.
or it just worked.
Yeah.
Like, we've been through things
Sure.
and had knockdown dragouts and,
Yep.
but we've always talked it out, and I'm like, we're not going to just leave it on the table. Like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
It has been really good, and it's been really good for me because God definitely knew what he was doing when he put Cody in my life, because I don't know where I would be going through all of this
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
without him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Well, and you've seen it kind of play out too. So I think people that know us see it
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask, okay, and this was just, I was kind of coming up with some questions because I was just thought, let's just throw some stuff at her and say, what would you say is the biggest challenge? Like if you had to say one thing that's ended up shaping who you are today, that besides the overall of, what you're in.
So the vision loss for sure
Yes.
has changed me completely. The challenges that come with that, and I think it's little things that you would never think about,
Right.
like finding the toilet paper in other bathrooms.
Okay.
Or in my own bathroom, if I can't find the roll, finding just like I put things in a very specific spot. Finding a pair of scissors. We have white countertops and the scissors are white. Why I did that, I don't know. But I'm like, where are the scissors?
Yeah.
Just little things that you don't think about.
For
Just
sure.
finding those little household items. I normally now will not walk around barefoot because I feel things on my floor that normally
You wouldn't.
no.
So it's
'cause-
like that sense,
yes,
the senses
I'm like,
thing.
ugh, what is
Yeah.
that on the floor? And you look down, and obviously I can't tell anything is there. And so I get a vacuum, or I try to sweep it up, but I'm sweeping up nothing. Or
Yes, right.
they're like, Mom, what are you doing? Those little challenges, some nights looking at my phone, like just kind of doom scrolling
Yeah.
on my phone, and everything just kind of blurs together because I'm exhausted and I
Yeah.
need to close my
Right.
eyes. But
So then
I
it's
don't
time to
want
go to bed.
Yeah. Those little challenges have definitely hit now. But as far as like the biggest challenge would definitely be the vision loss. And I believe that it's made me a softer, strong person. Like I feel like I have a lot more empathy for people. And being able to hear tones and inflections that you don't typically hear.
Yeah.
I can hear people ordering at the shop and not know them, but can tell real quick if they're having a rough day. Just that, like, snappy, like,
yes, that's
just the
interesting.
inflection.
Yeah.
Or if I know them. I think that has made me, had the most impact
Yeah.
on my life
Yeah.
today, for how I am today.
Yeah. And I think with personalities like ours,
Yes.
that some might label as a little too strong at
Yeah.
times, I
That's okay.
think that the softer strong is probably ideal. Like I can even feel
Probably.
myself a little bit, I guess, as I'm
As we-
aging and go through
Yes,
everything we
everything
go through,
we're- yeah.
that I'm kind of getting a little softer too, and I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Normally, I like to be like Shrek with a lot of layers and like you can't hurt me.
Yes, very
That's
guarded.
not realistic.
Yes.
I'm coming to terms with that, but I think that's almost what's supposed to happen to
I
us in a
think
way.
so.
I do
think so.
because you just realize, man, there's so much going on out there, and so many people hurting. Things that we don't even know
Exactly.
that they might be too scared to talk about or to not have anybody to talk to about. There's just so much
Yeah.
now going on that I'm like, do we really have to sweat all this small
I know,
stuff? I
yeah.
just don't
It
think we
doesn't
do.
matter, no.
I don't.
I think the world is so crazy, just in general.
Yeah.
That it's better for our mental health and those around us.
Yeah.
To worry about our bubble.
Yes.
And I've always said we raised our kids in a bubble, raising them here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's better for us now, I think, we can't do anything about the big politics and
Right.
the things like that, but I can handle, like if you needed help or somebody needs something
Right.
here.
Yes.
We can do that.
Yes.
And
that's
that's what we
just as
do.
important.
I think so.
Or even more.
Yes.
Being on a personal level with people that they can rely on you.
Yes.
All you got to do is call them.
Yep.
Yeah, that stuff's
agree completely.
a big deal.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, well, I want to talk about the book.
Okay.
So I haven't heard much about this except, like I said, when you posted, and of course I'm sharing because I think it's wonderful.
Thank you.
So tell me how the book came about.
So it started as just a therapy. I've always liked to write. And so I have the big iPad Air with the pen. And so I write things on that. And so I kind of just wrote a story. And then I just kind of finessed it. I did it for therapy and kind of based it off of what I go through. I mean, obviously, I'm not doing a talent show, which is what she does. And the kids in the class are like, well, what's your talent going to be? And her talent ends up being storytelling. And she talks about knowing when her mom comes in the room, knowing what's going on down the hall, or if someone's sad, just by their tone and their inflection. And that, to me, is what I'm learning. And I've always kind of been a champion for kids, especially SPED kids and anybody that needed an advocate. I did a lot of research. My kids were dyslexic and had some other learning differences. And so I've always done research on that. And there's so many kids that fall through the crack just simply because their parents don't know.
Right.
And so I've always would get phone calls or text messages from parents. Well, my kid has this. And so this was my way. Now the public school system is kind of crazy. And things that I knew from, I mean, even when Stratton graduated in 21 is completely outdated. And I'm like, but this way I can kind of show kids and grown-ups that everyone's got something.
That's right, yeah.
Everyone has something.
Yeah.
And has a purpose. And I need a purpose. If plain and fancy is not going to be my purpose, basically, then I needed something. And so this was kind of born out of that. So I have Maisie Doesn't Miss a Thing is out now. You can get it on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and then a couple of places here in town are going to sell it.
Okay.
And they're going to carry the series. The Born to Roll should be out mid-November, early December. And I mean, am a control freak and kind of like to have full control. So, and I kind of wanted let me start it and get it from off my written iPad to typed and illustrated, and I just created my own publishing company. So
I
if you
was
write
going
a
to
book,
ask you that. Like, how do you,
if
what
you write
do
a
you
book,
do?
I'll publish it.
Okay. Because I
so
wouldn't even know where to begin.
Well,
you write a book and then what? So,
Well, so I kind of, Colleen Hoover, did that self-publishing for several of her
Okay.
books, and then she got picked up by an agent and stuff like that. Children's books are they're a lot different. And I'm not doing this to get rich.
Yeah.
Or I love it, and it kind of challenges me in a way that I have never been challenged, like that kind of creative side. I've just always just kind of done stuff like that. So I use AI, and to me, AI can be a very positive thing. I know that especially in this town, it's a big deal right now, but to
but
me,
it can be.
it can be a
wonderful,
positive
yes,
thing
yes.
if it's used correctly.
Right.
You have to give it the prompt for each page. You have to give it the background. You have to give it the camera angle
Yeah.
and the lighting and the things like that for every single page.
Right.
And what characters are on there, how they're dressed, what they look like, where they're looking, how they're interacting. And occasionally she would come out with 3 eyeballs or missing an arm, so we'd have to go back, start that all
Yeah.
over again. But it's fun to me
Yeah,
to
right.
see it kind of come to life. And then I created it's called the Sassy Edit LLC, but I just wanted to be able to do it under something that was legitimate. And so not just a self-published book. And that is how I got it in Barnes and Noble, because I had a company.
That company, okay.
Yeah. And I think self-publishers can get it in Barnes and Noble. I think it's just easier if you address them as a publishing company, even a
Right.
brand new one. Because Amazon, if it's formatted correctly, you can sell anything on there. Barnes and Noble, you have to send them like your author bio, your publishing company bio, and then samples, and then upload the book, and then they'll look at it, and then it has to be approved. And
Yeah, I would think
so
that would be an
it's
ordeal.
yeah. I mean, it's to do a book signing there. I mean, now people that are like legit authors with movies and big books like that, I'm sure can do anything they want. But like for me, it's a waiting list. Like it's about a year to do a book
Okay.
signing at a Barnes and Noble.
So are you on the list?
I'm on the list. I mean, but so you're looking at like next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that's for the one across from North Park.
Okay,
Just because
awesome.
if I was going to do it, I wanted to do a big one.
Yeah,
And so, and depending on sales, so they only sell it online right now. And depending on the sales from their website, that's how they know if they put it in their stores or not. If they
Yeah.
sell a lot, within a week, you have to sell so many to get it in their stores, which I'm fine with online because I would say 90% of people buy online.
totally.
And like I said, I'm not doing this to get rich. I enjoy it. I have another one
I love
that
it.
I'm working on that should come out in February, March. And so it's been very fulfilling.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that for you. I mean,
I
that
appreciate
is
it.
really, really awesome.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Adorable. Well, is there anything that we kind of missed that you want to?
it. I think I'm good. I want to show you these little pictures.
Yes, I know, we've got to. So you
There.
said your sister,
So my sister Kendra is a teacher for the visually impaired, and she works for several. Oh yeah, she works for a few school districts. But so she found a man that does 3D printing, and I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but so my grandchildren, especially Hendrix, when he was born, he was so tiny that I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
I couldn't see his eyes. It kind of struck me that day in the moment when I first saw him. He looked like Play-Doh. Like I couldn't see anything. And still, I mean, he's got pretty big eyes like Stratton. So I can kind of see them, but apparently he's very expressive with his eyes. Like I can see him in videos and stuff
Aw.
like that. But I've never seen his nose like in person. So she got me these ears, nose, lips, so that I could feel them. And so I carry them everywhere with me.
that's
But,
amazing.
yeah. She found him on Etsy and had a picture of the family printed. And then I have ordered several of these.
I
so,
love it. That's
Yeah,
very
as they
awesome.
grow, I order new ones, and I just love it.
Yeah. No, those are very
I
cool.
brought them I wanted to show them off.
Yes. No, I love that. Okay, so let's real quick where they can get the books if we want to try the books. We're on
Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
And then you said you're going to have some book signings possibly in Sulphur Springs at some
Yes,
point?
the Book Nook has asked me to come in November, but
Okay.
she has not set a date yet.
Okay.
And that's the little bookstore downtown.
Yes, awesome. Well, we'll be sure and share that.
Okay.
But yes, thank you everybody for being here with us
Thank
today.
you so much for having me.
I really appreciate you coming, and I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Like you're doing wonderful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
To play the way